Eileen Veilleux, the fam here. Welcome to another series in our mini mental health series. In this series, we are going to cover dyslexia. It's going to be just a two-part series in it. And before we start, let me remind you that in this series and from all my mental health series from this point on, there's going to be key words put in it, so you want to make sure you watch it to the end, because everybody that enters is going to be entered into a merch giveaway when I reach 2,000. Now, the simple rules of this giveaway is when you put a comment in on the video, I want it to be a genuine comment about the video along with the 3 key words. If it's just the regular 3 key words and nothing else but that, it will be disqualified into the giveaway. Okay? So saying that, let's get started with the series. Now, dyslexia is a learning disorder where people have difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech, sounds, and learning how to relate to letters and words. Keyword, decoding. Also called reading disability, dyslexia affects areas of the brain that process language. People with dyslexia have normal intelligence and normally have normal vision. Most people with dyslexia can succeed in school with tutoring and specialized educational programs. Emotional support always plays an important role. Though there's no cure for dyslexia, early assessment and intervention result in the best outcomes. Sometimes dyslexia goes undiagnosed for years and isn't recognized until adulthood, but it's never too late to seek help. Now, the symptoms of dyslexia, you have some symptoms that you can notice before school age, all the way up. Okay, so let's cover that. Signs of dyslexia can be difficult to recognize before your child enters school, but some early clues may indicate a problem. Once your child reaches school age, your child's teacher may be the first to notice the problem. Severity varies, but the condition often becomes apparent as a child starts learning to read. Before school, signs that a young child may have dyslexia include late talking, learning new words slowly, problems forming words correctly, such as reversing sounds in words or confusing words that sound alike. Problems remembering or naming letters, numbers, and colors, and difficulty learning nursery rhymes or playing rhyming games. Now, in the school age, once the child is in school, the signs and symptoms may be more apparent, including reading well before the expected level or age, problems processing and understanding what he or she hears, difficulty finding the right word or forming answers to questions, problems remembering the sequence of things, difficulty seeing and occasionally hearing similarities and differences in letters and words, inability to sound out the pronunciation of an unfamiliar word, difficulty spelling, spending an unusual long time completing tasks that involve reading or writing, avoiding activities that involve reading. Okay, now in teens and adults, the signs are similar to those in children, but some Common dyslexia signs and symptoms in teen and an adult may include difficulty reading, including reading out loud, slow and labor-intensive reading and writing, problem spelling, avoiding activities that involve reading, mispronouncing names of words or problems retrieving words, trouble understanding jokes or expressions that have a meaning not easily understood from the specific word, such as a piece of cake, meaning easy. Spending an unusual long time completing tasks that involve reading or writing, difficulty summarizing a story, trouble learning a foreign language, difficulty memorizing, and difficulty doing math problems. Now, when you need to see a doctor, though most children are ready to learn reading by kindergarten or first grade, children with dyslexia often can't grasp the basics of reading by that time. Talk with your doctor if your child's reading level is below what is expected for his or her age, and if you notice any of the other signs of dyslexia. Because when dyslexia goes undiagnosed and treated, childhood reading can become real difficult and continue into their adulthood. So you want to catch it when you can. The causes of dyslexia tends to run in families. So basically, if your family has this, if your mom had it, or your dad, or somewhere in there, there's a good chance you may have it. It appears to be linked to certain keyword genes that affect